Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Today I'm completely alone. There's nobody on the golf course. And I'm playing the back nine. I don't even see anybody coming up either, even though I started late. I'm really gonna try to grind out a good score. I came here to practice, but there's nobody here. So, what do you guys think? If you have 2 hours to spend, do you think your time is better spent practicing or spending 2 hours to play 9 holes? Let's do this. I hit a good draw. I don't know if I hit it past that. I'm right in the middle of the fairway. I got 300 yards to go. Let's see how I do. This rough is soaking wet and that high. I mean, this fairway is soaking wet and that high. But it's kind of laid down, which is good. Well, that was a perfect shot. Crossed it up a little at the top, what a lot of people would call across the line. But that sets you in a good position to fire the right arm and make the ball draw back as long as it faces square. I know everybody in England and Ireland and all other parts of the world are seeing this and think, oh, that's not too bad for fairway, but this is soaking wet and 2 inches long or so. There's my ball right in the middle of the fairway. You can see there's the red stake I wanted to draw it off of, which I did perfectly, or very well. 108 from here, so 104 I'd say from my ball. Some junk. Normally that would be a hard 54, which is actually what I am going to play anyway. It is sitting at a terrible spot there. Oh, it's disgusting out here. Okay, no complaints, let's do it. I'm happy to be golfing. Get a really good lineup here. I tugged the life out of that. Oh, it's a mess out here. One of my many complaints you'll probably hear today. It's been raining on and off for weeks. I only get basically 1 day a week to play golf with my work and family schedule right now, and that's Friday. And it's rained every Friday. And today, it's gonna rain again. About the time I'll finish this 9, it will be raining. But that was terrible. That was a terrible, steep dump. All right, pretty good. .379, par 4. I'm gonna start it. There's a red stake there. I'm gonna start it 10 yards right to that red stake and try to bring it back to it. Let it go. Fade. It was too far left. Fade. It's not terrible. It's too far left. The rest of today, I have to really, really concentrate on my alignment. A lot of times when I'm doing alignment stuff, I think about the LPGA. So I have to have like an LPGA philosophy here. I think that there's an LPGA caddy behind me and he's saying, oh, you're perfect. You're lined up perfectly. That's okay, just do the world's best punch out. Go. Got a good angle to get up and down. To 72. All right, up and down for bogey. That's actually a big step for me because normally that would have been a very lackluster putter from off the green to who knows what. And that instead was a pretty confident chip to 2 feet, 2.5 feet. That's a big step for me. If I can get that into my game where I can actually start using my chipping as a way to help me score rather than something to play around. Went back to that Tim Yelverton video I did, which in my opinion is one of the greatest short game videos put on YouTube. And also combined that with a different tempo, kind of doing that, if you guys have heard of Jeff Magnum, kind of doing his 1 potato 2 tempo. This is gonna be a 4-iron. That was completely off the toe. Went dead straight, but totally off the toe. But it went straight, and so it's short of the green to a red flag. So I'll get another opportunity probably to chip. And this one will be a lot easier than the last one. I'm trying to remain completely, see the silver lining and everything, stay really positive. All right, 13 total steps. I want to carry it 9, roll it 4. There we go. The short game's coming alive. If I make this, that'll be 3 up and downs in a row. All right, 3 up and downs in a row. I'm 1 over, going into, you guys know this next hole. I've put it in the water here many times, the water on the left. Some people were even saying, hey, why don't you use the Monster Hybrid? Why don't you use regular hybrid? Anything that'll go straight and be short of that water, because like today, my short game's pretty sharp. I might be able to hit 2 shots and get up and down, but I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do today, especially you guys will see, they're cut over on this side of there, and the water's there, so it's aiming you there. So I'd have to hit a fade, but I'm not gonna hit, I'm hitting driver. Zero fear, I'm gonna pipe one hard down the middle. So I knew I wanted to fade that. I hit it absolutely perfect. Strengthened my grip, did a feeling of a Ricky Fowler, and I didn't let this collapse too much. And fired this, and just kept everything moving. There you go, no fear, see? I'm the one that decides what happens on the golf course, not strange twists of fate or anything else. I'm the decider, as President H.W. Bush used to say. I'm the decider. I decide. I'm in charge. All right, you can see there's a impromptu water hazard here that I cleared. Fairways are, just to show you. That's normal. 142, I've got this 9-iron that I'm gonna hit, and on the range and stuff, of all the clubs in this set, the 9-iron is my favorite. It did, great shot. I felt that time almost like Fred Couples, where I was totally here, letting go of the club. Like, it is a right-hand dominated swing, so people say, well, what about Fred Couples and VJ Swing that look like you're letting go? In my opinion, they're throwing so hard that by the time they're past impact, they've thrown it all out. That's a good way to get the feeling. The left hand's doing nothing when I'm doing that. Right? The power of positive thinking and the power of positive self-talk. Self-talk is this area that's so important, and I've seen in putting is insanely important to, especially for an adult learner. Self-talk is one of the most crucial things you can do in golf. A lot of times you start telling yourself a story about how it's complicated, but you start writing the story too early in your head. And you start thinking about, especially in an important round, what you're gonna tell your family and friends about your round afterwards. But regardless of anything else, regardless of the facts, regardless of how you're actually playing, or regardless of your swing philosophy, or regardless of anything else, you will shoot better scores with positive self-talk. You really got to think that there's a tiny little motivational speaker that's just the world's most positive person that's sitting on your shoulder. And maybe you don't believe in yourself, but this little person on your shoulder, you really, really believes in you. That's a par. And I've played a lot of skins games or cash games out here where par has paid on this hole. Even in the Long Beach Open, where the winning score sometimes is as much as 25 or 26 under for 4 rounds. Barry Henson did that, and Vincent Johnson, who I'm a fan of on Instagram, he did that. And the winners. Even in those tournaments, par is an extremely good score on this hole, on that hole. All right, so that's good. I actually thought that putt was gonna go in. I had a really good mindset over that one. I was a little crossed up in my alignment, but a really good mindset. All right, this hole, because it's helping a little bit, I am gonna hit my Monster Hybrid. 16 degrees, an inch long. Golf Pride +4 grip. The wind's helping a little bit, and I just want to keep it in play. But this club, even though it's a hybrid, it takes all your attention. It's not super easy to hit. But it is easier to hit than a 3-wood. Yeah, that didn't go too far. That's gonna be, you know, that would have actually been I could feel that swing. I know that swing. That would have been a hook into the trees with the driver. But with that hybrid, it was kind of hard to describe it. It was almost like a draw fade, because it was a draw, but then it faded at the end, probably from the wind. But I could see where it landed, and it's kind of a tough play to play it like that today, because there's zero rollout in these fairways. All right, I'm a lot closer than I thought I was. Optical illusion. All right, 144. 144 and a half, actually. Oh yeah, huge thank you to Nikon for sending me my 2 rangefinders. So I'm using this one and not the extremely fancy one, just because I like this one and I don't want to break the fancy one. So I'll switch to the fancy one if this one breaks. But I don't think it will. It's pretty sturdy. So huge thanks to Nikon for that. There's a link for it in the description below. What did I say? 145 to the pin, and I don't want to go long, so that could either be a choke down 8 or a hard 9. I just like my 9 so much. That's too far for a 9. All right, I'm gonna choke on this 8 just about an inch. I'm gonna choke on this 8 just about an inch, and swing it like it's 155.
Alignment is great.
But I'm gonna choke on it a little more than an inch. There we go, sit down on it. Birdie putt, that was really good. You could see I was kind of holding it off, but that throwing feel into that Fred Couples or VJ extension finish, I'll try to get a still image of what I'm talking about. It's a really good feel to get my swing out in front of me, especially when I want, here, check this out. It's a big divot, but it's actually pretty shallow. So it goes on for a long time, but it's pretty shallow. If it wasn't as muddy out here, it wouldn't be as extreme. I have a birdie putt, so that's good. All right, good par. Terrible putt. I blocked that. Messed my tempo up a little bit. This is 376 and a half, really 377 yards. It'll be a red pin. And you guys know this kind of bowling alley hole that I talk about sometimes. They trimmed some of these trees, but they're still, the last time I played here with Joe and Alex and David, I hit that tree and went that way. So positive thinking wise, I want to hit it like that. So let's really visualize. And I'm going to hit this monster club. This is into the wind this time. So I just want to be somewhere around the 150 mark. I'll probably be a little short of that. All right, it was a little thin though. It's funny, I say that this club isn't very forgiving, as you would think a hybrid would be, but if you just look at the results only, it is very forgiving. The feel is not very forgiving. That was a little thin and I knew it, and it didn't feel good. But the ball flew dead straight. It just was extremely low because I hit it a little thin. But it was dead straight, and I think I accomplished my goal. I definitely accomplished my goal of being in the fairway. I think I accomplished my goal of getting near the 150. Might be a little short of it. On this hole, being in the fairway is worth, I'd say, about 25 yards. All right, so the mission with the long hybrid, I guess, Monster Club, was a total success because I'm 154 and a half out. And if I had hit it pure, actually, if I hit it a little higher on the face, I would have been probably another 10 or maybe even 15 yards. But, all right, so total success. I have 154. Normally I'd hit 8 iron, but it's into the wind, it's uphill a little bit, and it's very sloppy. So I'm going, and the lie is crazy. So I'm going to hit this 7 iron, choke up on it, kind of like I did on the last hole, and try to keep my swing in front of me. Yeah, if you guys saw sinking your swing, here's a link. Front wheel drive is the problem. Come back. Ground. Wow. There's a lot more wind up there than I thought. I didn't hit that bad. You guys could hear the sound was very good. I open faced it just a little bit, and actually it started to draw back a little bit, but this wind is affecting the ball a lot more than I thought. I came up short right of the green. You guys could hear that. There's a little bit of hit in that one, but because I was more shallow than I have been recently, I have a decent look at it, but that was not great. All right, so same thing. This is 328, so no need to start hitting driver now, really. Although if I hit driver, it definitely clears the bunker on the right. I gotta think about that. Yeah, I feel like the better play is driver here because it clears the bunker on the right, and if I put it on the right, that's a really good angle. I actually hit that so thin that it landed level with the bunker, but it was very straight. I wanted to fade that there, so I had good club face control anyway. Good shot, good shot. It was a little thin, it's kind of due to the lie, but I controlled that really nicely. I hit that 50 degree, controlled way better than I would have hit 54 degree hard. I would have liked that to have gone in. I'm in a little bit of face control issues here. All right, 165.5. I am gonna hit this 7 iron. I could hit 6. Yeah, I'm gonna hit a bit of an easy 6. Man, my body got in front of that one. I don't do that anymore because I was trying to hold off the face, thinking about. Anyway, so I'm pin height to the right of the green. A good drive that just did not just splatted when it hit the ground. So it didn't go super far at all. 223 to the front, 230 to the flag. There's wet stuff here, and then I'm gonna hit it in this area here for an up and down opportunity. There's a rock you guys can't barely see, but it's up there on the upslope. That's a good aiming point. Same thing, I'm doing this thing again where I'm trying to, it's something to hold off the face from hooking. In my body, I'm doing this Monty says you do that to try to flatten the shaft. And I think he's right. So, yeah, it was all right though. I'm in a good position to get up and down for birdie. Tempo, and land this right on 50 yards. Oh, what a kick. Go in. Man, what a kick. Hit it a little short, hit the collar, and it kicked it to about, can you guys see? To about what looks like 2 inches. You guys can see what my lie was like. I was on this here on my foot. So I couldn't really put any weight on my left side, and that kind of gave me that over the top hitting thing because I got a little off balance and nervous. But the break was kind. See what happens when you have a positive mentality? All right, the main difference why I played a little bit better today than I've been playing recently is because I actually hit 10 balls before I played today. I usually just go and play, today I actually hit 10 balls warm-up wise. This rolling cart is not really working. All right, more than 6 inches here, but less than 3 feet. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Yeah, getting my game back a little bit. You can see the courses are still in terrible shape. It's going to start raining in about an hour. Actually, if it wasn't going to rain, I was going to go play somewhere else today as well, play another 9 holes, maybe at Tyrannia. But yeah, I'm getting it back a little bit. Hey, I want to thank you guys for watching this far. And although there wasn't a warning, I'm going to do a giveaway now. So the way to enter is going to be a little different, because I don't want just everybody to see what the code word is and put it in because maybe they didn't actually watch. So I'm going to give away this awesome Tour Strixon hat that I got from when I got my irons. I can't wear it because I'm not sponsored by them or whatever, and I don't want to wear anything like club logos or anything like that. So I'm going to give it away to one of you guys. So all you have to do is the first letter of your username, type out the alphanumeric thing for it. So if your username on YouTube is like Apple Adam, you're gonna type out ONE for 1. If your username is Zebra Z, then you're gonna type out 2626, and it's gonna be all typed out. That's how you enter. And if you enter, you can win this awesome Strixon hat. I want to tell you guys about, that's complicated, but I do things complicated sometimes. So for me, for Brendan, I would type out TWO. And if you don't understand that, then you just can't enter. So, hey, I want to remind you guys about the Be Better Golf one-day school here in Long Beach on March 14th. It's a Tuesday. It's going to be awesome. Tony Luczak's going to be out here, and so is Jeff Flagg, and it's going to be all about the driver in full swing. And really, with the reactionary golf stuff, one day can really set you up to have an amazing season this year. The more I play, the more I feel like I'm going to get into it. So, yeah, all right. So feeling very positive about my game. I actually warmed up a little bit. Who knows if I did a full-on, like I was watching Hideki Matsuyama's warm-up from before the Hero Challenge. PGA Tour did a thing about that. You know, so he hits like 70 putts, and then he goes and he hits 10 chips, and then he goes and he hits a bunch of full shots, and then he hits more chips, and then more putts, and then driver, and then he's off. That is a real routine. My warm-up today took 2.5 or 3 minutes. It was 10 balls. And his warm-up took 75 minutes. So you can see he's a professional player and I'm not. So, but I'm trying to get there. So if I want to take it seriously, that's the type of investment you need to make. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Hit subscribe. Later, bye.